everyone. I just wanted to take a few minutes to go over our course syllabus so that you can notice some things that often get overlooked, and it could just help you have a smoother semester. So let's start off by talking about the book that is required. It is America, the Essential Learning Edition, the second edition. The main thing you need to make sure is that you have inquisitive access with the edition that you get. I believe in the bookstore on campus, they should all have the inquisitive access. If you're buying from another place like Amazon, you just need to make sure that in the description it says it comes with the inquisitive code that you will need. Also, you need to be careful if you're getting a used book. You're just kind of rolling the dice on whether the inquisitive code has been used already or not, but you can still go that route. You can get an inquisitive code the first time you click on an inquisitive activity. It will give you the option to either register your code or purchase one. So you could purchase one separate from your book. If you decide that that's the cheaper route for you, you'll have to check that out and see what the prices are on just purchasing a code. And it may be that it's still a better deal to go with the used book from Amazon and get the code separately, but just be aware that you're going to have to do something about that. The next thing I want to make sure you notice is this inquisitive activity heading right here in the syllabus. It says each week you will complete an inquisitive activity for each chapter. In order to do these, you will need to use the inquisitive code, which we just talked about. That is the one that will come with your book, and it's typically located in the inside cover of your book. You also need the student set ID, which I have highlighted here in yellow. This is the most common thing that I get emails about every semester. Why can't you see my grades? Why do I have zeros for my inquisitive activities? And the answer is always, did you enter our student set ID? Because until you do that, I can't access your grades. But the good news is that even if you forget, and this happens to you, as soon as you enter this student set ID, 314316, I will be able to see everything that you have completed in inquisitive, and then I can update your grades. But if you could do that from the very beginning, then you won't have any problems going forward. Also, just real quick, you will have a quiz for each chapter. So when you can either do it as you read the textbook, or you can read the textbook and then take the quiz, whichever you prefer. You will also have discussion forums each week, and these are to help you think like a historian and give you a chance to interact with your classmates. You will read or examine a primary source of some sort, and then you will answer some questions about it. And you have to comment on at least 2 of your classmates' responses to get full credit. And also, I'm not going to give you credit if you just say, this was a great post. You have to show me that you are engaging with your peers in this discussion. Also, you will be doing a Padlet each week. This is something really general that just kind of tells me that you're getting what you need to from your chapter. The example I give here is the Padlet prompt could be, what would you tell a friend that makes the following comment? Christopher Columbus discovered America. So it's just going to be something very general, and you would just need to answer it in a short paragraph to show me that you have gotten something from the chapter this week. And then you'll have your final exam, which is due at the end of the semester at midnight. Here is another big thing that I want you to take notice of. My late policy is a little different than most people's. I accept all late work with no penalty if you fill out my late submission form. And there's a link to it right here in the syllabus. There's also a link to it on our Moodle page. The reason I do this, in the past I've accepted them and just had you email me, but that gets chaotic as the semester progresses. And so I found that if you can just fill out this form, all it is typing your name and the assignment in the form, and then it also has a section for me to say, yes, I've accepted it, yes, I've graded it. So the one thing with this late arrangement that I allow, it does make it so often you will see zeros up until the end of the semester for these submissions. I prioritize grading things that were turned in on time. Anything that's submitted late, I can't guarantee I'll get to it until the end of the semester. So you just have to kind of live with the zeros in there until I get to it. But I do try to be understanding and accept these late assignments for any reason. You don't have to explain to me unless you just want to. So yeah, hopefully that'll help you out. Also take note that late submissions have to be turned in by December 6th. This is a couple weeks before the end of the semester, mainly because I have to have time to grade all of these things. So the one other thing that I'd like to talk to you about is our college attendance and withdrawal statement. I have to withdraw you from the class if you go 2 weeks without submitting an assignment. So if you could please make sure you at least submit one assignment every week to ensure that you get counted as present. My typical way of dealing with this is if you get marked absent for 2 weeks in a row, as soon as I mark that second absence, I send you an email and I say, hey, our attendance policy is I have to withdraw you, but if you will respond to my email and submit something ASAP, then I'll let you stay, but you have to respond to that. Usually by the following night is when I will start processing the withdrawal. So keep that in mind as we go forward. And then down here you can see that there is a schedule that you can look at for a quick reference. And yeah, so those are the big things that I just wanted to point out in our syllabus, and I hope that it helps you out and that you will enjoy our semester.